We seriously need to talk about Savannah Ray as well as her friend Kennedy Michelle over on TikTok, because what they just posted has not only the Muslim community extremely offended, but their own friends are calling them out for what they just did. To start off this video, we have to give props to Kai, another TikTok creator with a much bigger platform who initially shed light to the situation and even went out of her way to stick up for this poor hijabi Muslim who was publicly humiliated by these girls, even though they claim that wasn't their intention only after getting put on blast.
I'd like to say something regarding the accusatory TikTok made about Sav and I. Someone is falsely creating drama, insinuating that we made fun of a Muslim girl sitting behind us at an event yesterday. My dad is Muslim. I come from a Muslim background. My manager is Iranian.
So if you guys have been on TikTok over the last couple of days, you've probably heard about the Savannah situation. And if you haven't, I'll give you a quick recap. So this past week, Amazon Prime held an influencer event. Two influencers who were invited to this event go by Michelle Kennedy and Savannah Ray, who are not only the main topic of today's video, but the main topic over on TikTok right now. These girls have a combined following of over 10 million followers. From what I've seen on their TikTok, they're pretty much your average TikToker that just makes TikToks of them dancing and lip syncing. Usually, during these influencer-based events, you normally see most influencers making a quick post on their social medias and then just living in the moment and enjoying the event for the most part. Well, that wasn't the case for Savannah and Michelle. Savannah, who's 22 years old, and Michelle, who is 19 years old, have recently been accused of mocking a Muslim woman who is wearing a hijab at this event. Yeah, apparently Savannah thought it'd be a good idea to post this video to different social media platforms, according to her friend Kai.
You posted this on multiple public accounts, so I think we're past having a private conversation because you publicly made fun of a woman in a hijab.
So as I mentioned earlier, one of Savannah's friends, who goes by Kai on TikTok, actually made a video shedding light to the situation. Her video on the situation now has over millions of views, and I honestly have to give props to Kai for speaking out about this. She really stood up for the hijabi woman and called out her own friend for what she did.
Sav and I were friends, and this is me holding myself and my morals accountable, and hopefully setting an example that I will not stand with or beside someone who chooses to blatantly disrespect someone or their religion on a social media account while at a public brand event. You are at that event to represent the best of us creators on your platform, and you decided to publicly make fun of someone. I'm not fishing for any drama either. I think it's very obvious you're making fun of someone who you don't know, who is minding her own business. And you know it was wrong because you deleted it off your story, one of your stories, it's still on your Snapchat, after 16 hours of it being up. If any of you know about the issues going on in the world, I think we know now more than ever it's time to stand up against acts of discrimination. It's wrong, it's shameful. I do also hope that Amazon Prime sees this and apologizes to this woman for not upholding an inclusive and welcoming environment. I've been to events like this, and I can only imagine what it's like having privileged girls sit in front of you, non-consensually film you, and laugh at you while being in front of you. I can also guarantee this 5-second clip of them laughing was not the beginning or end of it, and they probably continued while off camera. Just asking you to acknowledge that what you did was unacceptable, because people are influenced by you, and we can't have more actions like this take place because they see you doing it and think it's okay. Into Amazon Prime events, and this is not normal, and I would hope that they take some action to ensure that acts like this don't happen at their events anymore. Everything going on in Iran right now, I would think that people would be more sensitive. I'm trying to figure out what the right things to do are, and I feel very, very upset and frustrated at this situation, and the only thing I can think of doing is speak on it. I'm here to learn too.
People were praising Kai for putting her friend on blast and choosing morals over just staying silent and not putting her friend on check solely because it's her friend. After this, more people, including one girl who is actually in this event herself, who you can actually see in the original video that Savannah had posted towards the right-hand side of the video, came forward to speak out as well. She gave more inside scoop on how Savannah and her friend had been acting throughout the entire event, saying that they weren't just being disrespectful disrespectful towards the woman in the hijab by filming her and posting it to millions of people on their platforms without her consent, but that their attitude throughout this whole Prime event was just not it. Just two super immature and disrespectful girls.
So I'm actually in this video that these girls filmed without our consent of them making fun of this very lovely lady, and I have some words for these girls. So this video of them being extremely Islamophobic to the woman sitting next to me was actually taken at a very exclusive Amazon Prime movie screening. And on top of like the obvious Islamophobia, they were being so disrespectful the entire time. So they pull up 5 minutes before the movie starts and sit front row while the director of the film is talking. And they're talking over her, like laughing, making jokes, and everyone around us was like trying to listen to the director of the film announce the film that she just spent the last years making, and they're just literally being so rude, okay? But that's not even the craziest part of this video. The craziest part is they went out of their way to put those blankets over their head to film a hijabi woman without consent to make fun of her on their platforms with millions and millions of followers. The woman I'm sitting next to is not an influencer. She did not come to this event to be mocked or to be laughed at. She came to this event to literally enjoy the event that she was invited to. And for you to walk in 5 minutes before the film starts, disrespect the film and the director who invited you, and then make fun of a woman that had no clue you were filming her, you're disgusting. And not only that, 30 minutes into the film, they just get up in front of everyone and leave. And it's like, fine, do whatever you want, but why would you sit front row just to disrespect the film and the people who are actually there to watch the film? So obviously I've never seen these two girls in my entire life because, obviously. But her Instagram was at the top of her page and this is it. I don't know who the other girl is, again, because I don't know who they are, but her comments are off, of course. And I just really hope you guys sit and reflect this weekend on how privileged you are to be in this space, but also to be able to make these videos and stay untouched. Because if I saw you filming that, it would have been a different story.
Now, Savannah's comments on her Instagram have since been limited, which says a lot. Hopefully, she can take some time to reflect about how absurd this whole situation seemed on her end, even though she claims it wasn't her intention.
So last night I posted this video across many of my social platforms, and I didn't even notice until this morning when I got a DM from a friend calling me out saying, "Don't you find this disrespectful?" I was really confused because I didn't know what she was talking about until I actually watched the video back and noticed who was sitting behind me. This is a screenshot of our conversation, the first text I sent before I had even watched the video back, and then I actually went and watched the video I posted, and I had no idea who was sitting behind me. What is so tricky about this is that I genuinely posted this and had no idea until this morning what was actually happening in the background of that video. What is so tricky about this is that I genuinely posted this and had no idea until this morning what was going on in the background of that video. This isn't even a video of me trying to save my ass because I see the video and I see how bad it looks, and obviously like you would think that like this isn't even me trying to make an excuse or anything. I hate that I posted that and not even realizing what I did, so that just goes to show like how careful you have to be, and genuinely like I just got off the phone with Michelle and I recorded the whole thing. It was the first time. She texted me and she said, "What's going on?" And she had no idea. I have the video of her like going to look while we were on the phone, saying like her dad is Muslim. We had no idea who was sitting behind us. That video, the intention of it was us being cozy in our blankets, just trying to show like where we were at and what we were doing. And I understand how bad it looks, and again, this is just where I hope that the people who know me and my heart and how deeply I love just people in life, like I would never ever do that, especially with what's going on in the world right now. It looks bad. That video looks so bad, and I'm so sorry, and I will be so much more careful with my actions, and I also will educate myself more on just what is going on. But that's, again, it's not even me trying to save my ass. The video looks bad, and it's up to you if you want to believe me or not. I just hope that enough people know my heart and know who I am enough to know that we genuinely meant no harm by that video. I had no idea who was sitting behind me. So genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I apologize to anyone that was offended by that or that I affected by that, to that girl in that video. Like, I am so sorry. It's just so tricky. We had no idea that she was sitting behind us. And again, it's up to whoever if they want to believe that or not. I hope enough people know my heart and know that I strive to use my platform to do nothing but lift people up. I would never, ever take a video like that, making fun of someone, and post it on just my platform.
Who would do that?
LOL, girl, be for real. You knew what you were doing. I didn't notice. Okay, her dad is Muslim. LMAO. What? Not the Muslim card. Be for real. Girl, be for real. She was clearly behind you. The repeat in the editing had to make it sound believable. I'm sorry, but how do you not notice the lady behind you? What person doesn't watch their video before posting? Like every single person in the world does. She literally looked right at her, and you can't tell me she really didn't notice until the morning, because that's the first thing everyone noticed. The zoom in, question mark, watch their eyes. They definitely saw her on the phone screen.